Good afternoon. I'm Mia Salazar with this Franciscan Beat News Brief. Here are your headlines for Friday, September 19th. In a swift decision, ABC has suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely following growing backlash over comments made by longtime host Jimmy Kimmel regarding the fatal shooting of conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. The decision reportedly came Wednesday night from Disney CEO Bob Iger and Disney Entertainment co-chair Dana Walden just hours before Kimmel was set to address this controversy on air. The uproar stems from Kimmel's Monday night monologue, during which he said, "We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them." The accused shooter, identified as Tyler Robinson, who is currently in custody, has political views that prosecutors say remain unclear. However, several reports indicate he has privately expressed anger towards Charlie Kirk, and his mother reported noting a recent political shift in her son towards the left. Conservative leaders quickly pushed back on Kimmel's statement, accusing him of politicizing a tragedy and misrepresenting facts. FCC Chairman Bren Carr called the remarks dangerous and misleading, even suggesting the Federal Communications Commissions may consider regulatory action. President Donald Trump praised Disney's decision, calling it a rare win for accountability in the media. Meanwhile, many Democrats and media watchdogs condemned the suspicion, calling it outrageous and a troubling precedent for free speech. Amid the political firestorm, some voices are calling for a deeper reflection on what this moment reveals about the state of public discourse. One of these voices is Father Mike Schmitz, a Catholic priest and nationally known speaker who released a thoughtful video on YouTube reflecting Kirk's assassination. Father Mike's message wasn't political. Instead, he called attention to a larger and more pressing issue, a national crisis of truth. What we believe about this world and about ourselves and about God, it matters, and it makes a difference, he says. According to Father Mike, the real battle today is not between left and right, but between truth and falsehood. He argues that modern culture is slipping into dangerously believing in just subjective truth, the idea that what's true for one person may not be true for another, and instead of embracing objective truth. He warns that this mindset opens the door to the three destructive outcomes, the first being might makes right, where those with power decides what's true, which we've seen throughout history is not good or right. The second being mob rule, where the truth is defined by popular opinion or outrage, which is also not good. The third being silence and division, where meaningful disagreement is shut down instead of explored. There must be some things that are true in all times, in all places, no matter what you feel, no matter what you believe, and no matter what you know, Father Mike emphasizes. And thanks be to God, there actually is. He insists that objective truth, truth that does not change with emotions, politics, or trends, is the only real foundation for unity and for peace. According to Father Mike, it's this kind of truth that Charlie Kirk sought to engage with people on college campuses, not just sharing opinions, but inviting young people into real dialogue about what's morally right and universally true. Subjective shouting matches don't help us grow, Father Mike says, but thoughtful conversations rooting in what's real can. At the heart of this is the question of truth. Is it something we shape for our convenience and power, or something that we actually seek, even when it's uncomfortable? In times like these, we're reminded that truth is not something to fear, but something we must pursue, because in the words of Scripture and echoed by Father Mike, it's the truth that sets us free. In lighter news, Taylor Swift is heading back onto the big screen this October. On October 3rd, the day her album, The Life of a Showgirl, drops, she'll be launching a 89-minute theater event called The Taylor Swift, The Official Release of a Party of a Showgirl, which will be screening in AMC and Cinemark theaters, featuring behind-the-scenes footage, the world premiere of music videos, and personal reflections on each song. Tickets are only $12 and are now on sale. Be quick to buy because they're selling out quick. The weather for today is a sunny with a high of 82 degrees and low being at 55. You can expect hot and sunny weekends in the 80s. Thank you for tuning in to this Franciscan Beat News Brief. Have a good evening and God bless.